Right. The settlers.
Moving on.
Next, yeah, moving on. How about we play a slightly different game? Different in a good way, though. Planning to give you a look at Transarctica.
Is that just basically Transformers in the Arctic?
No.
God damn it.
You have really been waiting for that to be made, haven't you?
Kind of.
Well, and on 2350, the truth is that... yes, actually it is. But it's a different train simulator.
Do you get to build the tracks yourself?
No.
Boo.
Does it have an anime girl basically yelling at you whenever you do something wrong?
No. But it has this really cool setting.
That we're in the Arctic?
Well, the thing is that the plot of Transarctica is basically that this is a post-apocalyptic world where a nuclear war has caused a great winter that has covered most of the world in snow and ice. And with modern technology completely destroyed, we basically fell back to the steam age. Which means that lignite and other forms of coal is money, because it's the only thing that, well, you can actually use to keep fires going, because there are so few trees left. So the only way to actually get things from point A to point B, now that all the roads are destroyed and completely snowed over, is that they lay train tracks. And huge armored trains basically travel back and forth like rogue traders in the 40k universe, carrying lignite and various wares. So it's sort of a post-apocalyptic train captain game featuring trading and real-time battles.
Woohoo?
Well, it's nothing if not creative.
It sounds unique.
Yeah, and that is basically why I wanted to show it off, because it's just... yeah.
Oh.
It's unlike anything else. Also, you can turn off battles if you like, if you just want to trade, but we want battles. Alright, insert diskette. Diskette B, s'il vous plaît. Or silverplang, as we're always told in Sweden it is. And press return.
No, in my country we always just pronounce it as SVP.
That's not quite right. Now, the most interesting thing about this game is, of course, the fact that since lignite is money, but also your fuel, you are literally burning money to keep your train going. So you sort of need to find a good balance between going full bore straight down the tracks at all times and actually finding good trade routes that keep you supplied with enough money and coal to actually, you know, keep going.
And somehow, through your post-apocalyptic talk, we've now started merging into Warhammer 40k.
Yep. Alright, so, top, lignite. This is basically both our currency and our fuel. And then we have this mysterious magical anthracite that we can also put in there to basically increase the effectiveness. This is our current train. We have one locomotive, tender, general quarters, a boudoir, merchandise wagon, and finally a barracks. Hilariously, also this entire barracks wagon transports 10 soldiers. Really? Oh well.
I'm sure it can hold more, it's just it gives you 10 to begin with.
No, actually it doesn't. I don't
Really?
believe that. I think that it can hold 20 or something, so so it's still practically nothing. And yes, the boudoir. This is my boudoir. I have a walrus. I can also commit suicide.
Do it.
Not yet. Here we have our accountant that can keep track. We have 2,000 bucks of lignite. And 500 bucks of anthracite. Bucks. Bucks.
Also, in case you're interested, I looked around and apparently I found some cheats. For
And
some reason.
apparently the game horribly broke when I exited.
Crash.
Oh god, why?
Well, never mind then.
Which is
Why
funny,
is it
because
all
time
like
is still going, apparently, but you can't do a damn
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it must have been an overlay error of some kind. Map. Failed to turn code because you're using the wrong diskette, you stupid asshole. Ha ha!
Gotta love that.
It's doubly
Yeah,
hilarious because, you know, this is actually the game disc.
But it doesn't have the code that says actually play the game. Disc 1 has the code that references
Right.
Disc 2.
Yep.
Yay, programming.
Well, it was the only way they could do it back in the day, more or less. And yes, the gun for the suicide is basically meant if you run out of lignite and the train slows down and stops and you're in the middle of a fucking wasteland, you basically shoot yourself before your men find you and turn into cannibals.
That doesn't mean they still won't become cannibals after the fact, but you just won't feel the pain.
Yeah, I won't be around for it. And as existentialism teaches us, anything you did not experience yourself didn't happen. I also really like the design of the train, seriously. What is that hilarious smokestack? What do you do if you hit a tunnel with that thing? Because seriously, you will hit the tunnel.
No, the smokestack retracts.
Ah. Retractive smokestacks.
Science.
Ah, that wonderful bird song.
I asked before, do you want me to close my window so you don't hear it?
No, it's fine, it's fine. I just like the ambience, really, especially since the birds are pretty much still hiding over here.
Honestly, the birds are the most exciting thing of this stream so far.
Oh!
No offense.
Rita brings up a really good point. How many other trains are there? Shouldn't there be a risk of you running into another train? Well, the thing is that there are double tracks the whole way, apparently. And when you do meet another train, you can get into train combat, because, like road traders, these guys tend to prey on one another as well.
Bleh.
But yeah. While we're waiting for this to load again. Oh, there we go. Alright. To the command center. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. How reliable doesn't this guy look? Seriously.
I just suddenly am sitting here thinking of heavy weapons guy from TF2 is now his voice. Duh.
And here's the map. And what a map! Holy shit!
What is it, whole world?
What the hell am I looking at?
It's a train map. Right, in any case, here we are, standing in the middle of nowhere for some reason. And you see these yellow bits? By clicking those, we can make it so that we turn or don't turn. That's basically how we navigate. We can also turn this little valve here to go either forwards or backwards. Alright. Well, first things first, let's poke this guy in the butt. Let's start slowly pouring lignite in there, and if you click his ass again, speeds up. Get it in there, get it in there, come on, come on.
So, the people working with sexual harassment?
Yes. Some anthracite in there. Build up pressure. Actually, let's keep the nozzle down while we're building that up. Come on, you bastards, pour it in there. Once we've built up a bit of stream pressure, we can activate the throttle, and off we go. Now we can watch ourselves travel in real time. I say we start off by heading over here, because I believe this is a place where you can buy new wagons.
Our money! Look at it go away!
Seriously, it sounds like you have a bird on your shoulder by now. Seriously, are they just flocking to your screen or something?
No, they're actually outside. I mean, yeah, there's a tree or two right near my window, but
Throw a rock at them.
I kinda can't. There's a screen on my window. I'm an apartment complex. What do you expect?
Machine guns in every window.
I wish.
And yeah, you travel sort of slow at the start, but then you actually start picking up speed a bit, such as the fact that we are now at 160 kilometers an hour, which is pretty badass for a steam train.
If you're going that slow on the map at 160 kilometers, this must be a huge world.
This is a pretty huge world, yeah. I mean, just a quick look, each one of these dots is a station where you can do something. And those that are blue mean that there is a trade station of some sort attached as well, which means that you can either buy or sell things there. So this is one big ass world.
And yeah, Tappan points out that on the large portion of the map, that little line at the bottom there that gives you the scale is 700 kilometers.
Yep. So roughly 7,000 kilometers, give or take, across the base area.
Now, when you get there, do you actually have to slow down, or will the game automatically stop you?
It automatically handles that, yeah, thankfully.
Yay.
You don't go barreling through the station, jumping off the rails and crashing into a warehouse or something. Is there an endpoint? Yes, because apparently there is some sort of plot you can uncover that you can... a plotline that you can then follow to actually beat the game. I haven't really looked into it because it takes like 2 hours to get started. So... yeah. I remember seeing adverts for this game back in the day when I was just a wee boy. Back in the good old Swedish medieval age. And I always thought it looked really interesting, but there were never actually any copies to buy, which was the funny thing. So the store I usually went to had an advert for the game, but didn't actually have any copies in. Now loading, please wait. And there we go, now we're in Salah. And in Salah, we can buy this. A machine gun tower.
Hell yeah.
And we just flip one of those right on back there. Yep. Good times, good times.
It was only 500, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Alright, with that we're armed and ready. So let's get back to the map. Alright. Molestation time. Come on, you bastards. Full speed ahead. And let's see if we can't find a random encounter or something. Yeah, who is typing and why?
That would be me. Somebody's bugging
Yeah.
me on Skype. Sorry.
You don't need that many letters to type fuck off.
I'm sorry, I'm a nice person.
Yeah, you should apologize. Jeez, being nice and friendly and shit. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I guess this has been a completely chaotic stream anyway, so it's not really going to matter quality-wise in the end.
Yeah, well, with all our technical difficulties, I think, and apparently I'm the most lively person here.
Let's see, we actually have to sort of wait for the train to... Yeah, there we go. Alright, we've been reset. Alright. Now we're just going to go backwards.
Whee! That's not too bad. I mean, that means whoever runs into you will have the machine gun burst.
Exactly. Yes. What happens if you change direction at 160 kilometers an hour? Just as you saw it happen. Just as you saw it happen. The train basically just goes... and then it starts going in the other way instead. Oh, time skip button? I don't think so. The only thing I can do is speed it up.
Whee!
But then it becomes...
What the hell was that?
no idea. A battle? Whoops.
Pressure built up too high.
Yeah, so that's why you don't use the speed up. I was just about to say that you shouldn't use the speed up because you can't keep track of what's actually happening on the train, and yeah, it was a splendid explosion.
Oh, there you go. Game over.
Yep.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Insert diskette A. Just so you can go back to the main menu.
Yes.
I was right. Oh, so
So
predictable these games.
that was Transarctica basically. There's really not much else to the game. To be
Too
perfectly
bad we
honest.
didn't. Too bad we didn't see combat.